Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Idol Stan Nation, a channel that's dedicated to helping you discover new songs, artists, and groups to love. Whether you just got to K-pop today or for the past 20 years, we'll help you discover something new to love. Hello, I'm one of your hosts, Jihoon. We got our other hosts here, Aura and Nick. Aura as our cinematography specialist and Nick as our music theory specialist.
Sup?
Hey, what's up?
And you got myself as the filthy casual. So
always calling yourself that. We don't call you that, but he calls himself that. Okay.
No. It's what Nick's thinking. So.
Shit.
All right. So getting right into it, we've had an amazing 2019 so far. First quarter was fire. Second quarter was fire. Third quarter has just been wrapped up, and once again, it's fire. And really, like, it's when we were trying to break down our list for standouts and our top picks and whatnot. I don't know about you guys, but my list is pretty full, and I was actually trying to hold back a bit, like trying to narrow it down before we end up talking about like 100 songs for this entire episode.
Yeah, I had to cut mine down from like all the J-pop and K-pop and whatever other songs too.
So why don't we go ahead and start it off with our standouts? Nick, why don't you go ahead and bring it in?
All right, so my standouts list is kind of long, but starting off my standouts list is Saturday's Byung.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And honestly, that was so good, and I'm really happy that like they released that, and I loved it as much as I did. Definitely another one on my list right now is I hate saying this title because it's so long. Akmu with their recent release. How can I love the heartbreak? You're the one I love. That is so long. All right. And I love Akmu. I love everything, and I've been really craving, a comeback, especially because they're like Chen Hyuk went into mandatory military service, right?
Yes.
And so they haven't been able to release anything, and so I'm really happy that he's back and like we'll hopefully get consistent stuff. K-Tiger Zero's Now is also on my list.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed that, and I think that concept definitely fits them a lot better than the other option.
Sidekick.
Yeah. Other things I have on there: Dreamcatcher's Deja Vu, We and Soar. Soar was great, and definitely like happy to include that on my list. Day 6's Time of Our Life is on there.
I have not listened to that yet.
It's an anime opening.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
it's inspired by an anime opening.
Yeah.
Or did they actually end up using it for an anime now?
I'm unsure, but it's basically an anime opening. It is very, very similar to an anime opening. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a Japanese version and it got used as an anime opening. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, because I know that there were. I can't remember. There is a group that did an anime opening before. I think it was for like Fairy Tail or whatever. I think they were part of FNC Entertainment. But that's besides the point. Continue.
All right. And yeah, that's the general consensus of my list.
Okay.
Okay.
Ruan's Beep Beep. That's in there.
Yes.
Of course, Ruan has to be in there.
I thought that was already like established that was gonna be in there. Difference Fever, Mamamoo Gleam.
Yeah.
I have in there X1's Flash and CLC's Devil as well. They're definitely on the lighter side of my list. But then nevertheless, they were standouts, and mostly because Devil's a concept that CLC does not do very well often, right?
Yeah.
And so that definitely stood out to me as like, wow, they have a lot of versatility in their group. And X1, because come on now, Produce 101 season 4.
Yeah, we were so emotionally invested in that.
So invested. So many tears.
Oh yeah.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
So that is that's the general consensus of my list. Definitely at the top of those standouts. Right at the top of those standouts, just alone right now is definitely Ruins Beep Beep.
For sure. So, bring it on to you, Aura.
Me. Okay.
How short's your list?
I mean,
Do you even have anything on your list right now?
I mean, he hates
Yeah.
K-pop.
Hey. It's not that I hate K-pop. It's just that I'm a little bit more judgmental. Okay. No, but so a few of the standouts for me is definitely has been Ween's Soar. Like that mwah. Suvi has definitely stood out as, because I'm not, or as you guys have noticed, I'm not easily on board for solo artists. Like you guys are all about that Ruan and BB and whatnot. I'm like, I like the songs, but once it came to Suvi and Ween, I was like, okay, this is alright. This is amazing. Rocket Punch for a debut was really good for me. I mean, it's not the greatest song out there, but I'd say it was pretty good for a debut. But then again, it's also probably because Jihoon and I are very emotionally invested in
Takahashi
the Produce 48 series.
Yeah.
And then I'd say Twice's most recent comeback with Feel Special, just because on so many levels it is a beautiful music video.
Yeah, I mean, it's very
levels.
meaningful, very meaningful song.
Yeah, those were probably my top standouts, and obviously X1's similar to you, Nick, on the lighter side, but X1's Flash was also on my list. It's good. Like, there's probably others that stand out, but not as much as those.
Yeah, I mean, if we went through the whole list, we'd probably end up just talking the whole episode just about those. So,
Yeah.
I mean, do you have anything else on your standout list?
I'm trying to remember. It's Good Morning World. I sent it to you guys a couple of days ago. Nick said, since Nick mentioned anime openings, Good Morning World. It's an anime opening for Dr. Stone. I can't remember if it's something burning. I don't remember it off the top of my head right now. We'll have a thing that lists it, but no, Good Morning World I found really good. It released probably this quarter, maybe last quarter. I don't remember it. But no, that one stood out to me.
Okay.
And yeah, what about you, Jihoon?
Ooh, so I have a lot of overlap with you guys. X1's Flash, Subi's Chained Up in Diamonds, Ruan's Beep Beep, Huin's Soar, Akamu was Talking I Love, The Heartbreak, You're the One I Love. The only one I have on there that's different is Yukika with Cherry's Jubilees. So,
Okay.
and I just really love that really chill vibe to that song, and with it being as they call it, city pop, it's got like a little bit of that infusion with jazz, and it's like an older sound to it. So the imagery of the music video was very pleasant, very calming. So really, that was really all I could really add to that. And really, with the standouts list, I don't have any groups on there besides X1. Like it's almost all soloists.
Really, dude? I would have thought that you had a couple of more.
So,
But you don't even have Twice on there?
so when I was looking at standouts, like I was looking at like it was just like something that really like it was kind of like unexpected, like our unexpected list.
Okay.
With like I don't know, I guess because like with the unexpected list, it was more like what I wasn't expecting to not like, what I was expecting to not like, but ended up liking versus this list for my standouts. Like I just didn't know what I was gonna whether or not I was gonna like it or not, and then like wow, I'm blown away.
Yeah.
Well, the X1.
Yeah.
Again, that really stood out because we were so emotionally invested. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, really, like I honestly can't really say too much more about my stand on this because you guys have already
We jacked it
this
up.
point. So we can just bring it into our disappointments. And why don't we just go ahead and have Aura start this one off because you probably got the longest list. So.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, it's not that bad. I only have 3, so.
Oh, I actually have more than you then.
Same.
So who's the one who doesn't like K-pop now, huh?
You.
If only I could curse. So on the K-pop side, it's probably 2, but because there is one on the Japanese side.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, K-pop side, K-Tigers, as we've said before. Like while we did like now, Sidekick is definitely another story. I did like the stage performance more than the music video, but still, it still doesn't make up for it. And then Cud's Dumb Liddy. That was I didn't like it. I expected a little bit more. I don't completely hate it, but I don't like it. After seeing Bomb Bomb, I did expect more from it. And that's for my K-pop side. I was like, I expected more, but after all the hype that came to it, after actually having actual interest in the group, it's like, But then for the Japanese side,
here we go.
Here it is.
So it hurts because this is like similar to how we're invested in X1 and whatnot. Like emotionally, I'm very emotionally invested in IZ*ONE, and I don't like Vampire. The song itself, I don't like.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I don't like the music for the music video, but when it comes to the video, it's good. I like the choreo. I like the video, the costumes, the makeup. I could do without the fangs, but it's a so-so thing. But like the girls looked amazing. Like the behind the scenes looked like it was really fun. It looked like it was really well done. The effects were great. It wasn't too much. But the song itself and the lyrics that accompanied the song were just terrible. I was like, Akimoto, why? I did not like the lyrics and the musical accompaniment that came along with it. As much as I love IZ*ONE, I didn't like the song.
Yeah. So those are your 3, and for my list of the disappointments, it's the same as your 3 plus 1 more. So like K-Tiger Zero was Sidekick, right? That song and that music video. Like they could have literally just taken what they had always done for all their dance covers, and just put an original song to that, and it would have been a banger, right? They didn't even need to go as far as making Sidekick, or even now, like they just had to stick with what they've already done, and that would have been fine. Cards Dumb Liddy. What was the phrase I used? Aura Ratchet Tunes was what I said. I think.
I think you used Ratchet Tunes. I believe Nick was the one who used the word ratchet.
Yeah, like that was the first thing that I stopped. I had to stop like 30 or 20 seconds in, where I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be Ratchet Tunes. So, do I really want to continue with this? And then IZ*ONE's Vampire. I mean, everything that you said, and it was very heartbreaking for me, because like knowing that their vocals are so much more better than what they were showing us in that song. I was like, no, like like why are you ruining your vocals? So the only thing I had to really add on to that was Promise Nine's Fun, because it felt, the song itself just felt really cheap. Because it felt like, you know what I mean, like it felt like you could take that song and use it as a commercial jingle. Because that's why I like, if you were to play that in the background of like a grocery store or whatever, they would think that was just like a commercial jingle to be played for something in that store. Yeah, and you know, from what they released last year, I feel like that it was a bit of a step down for them. Because I know they're capable of much better. So, yeah. So now that I pissed off Nick, let's go ahead.
Yourself.
Nick just gave off that like, oh, this guy,
I was about to snap. And then he was like, "Oh no, it just feels like a commercial." I was like, "Okay, okay, you save yourself." All right, so I have.
I mean, it's true though.
It is very true. I have 7.
See, I am not the worst.
Well,
okay?
well, you know, I always go in like if it's a group that I follow or a group that I've heard of a lot, you know, I go in with high expectations, and that's why my disappointments list is always longer. It's because I do not lower my expectations for groups, and that's, you know, that's something I probably should do, but at the same time, that's kind of my music theory side is like, you know, you have an expectation of a group, and you know exactly what they should do inside of in musically, and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, couple that have already been said: K Tiger Zero, Sidekick, Cards, Dumb Liddy, Eyes One's Vampire. Other ones that really disappointed me was Evergoes Adios.
Wow.
I definitely feel like it was a letdown, especially coming off of Bomba Chocolate. It was not the same quality that it felt like Blackpink's Kill This Love.
Yeah, I remember talking about that too. And that was one of the first things I thought of when I saw that music video.
Definitely same here. Do you want this Wake Up?
I hate that group's name. D1.
Oh, me too. I knew about D1s a little bit from before we talked about them, and so I came in with expectations for the group, and I was kind of disappointed when the concept wasn't what I envisioned for that group. And the song just wasn't, on par quality-wise, in my opinion, to follow. Trying to decide which one to go first. Twice's Feel Special.
Oof.
What?
Definitely disappointed me. Sorry. I feel like Twice has this aesthetic that makes a song twice, right? They have this vibe that makes that song twice, and I feel like it wasn't entirely present in Feel Special. I mean, as the members age, they have to change concept.
Yeah.
It's something that has to happen. But I don't feel like they're going about... If this is a change in concept type of song, I don't feel like they're going about it the right way.
I mean, the song itself has a lot of meaning to it, though.
It does.
The theme of the song, correlating to meaning situation, I don't know, like, what could you do different to make it more...
It's not that. It's not that I'm talking about the meaning of the song needs to change. It's more on the lines of...
I'm talking about the imagery.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
The song itself feels like it's straying away from that Twice concept, which, like I said, is fine if they're planning on changing concepts anytime soon. They need to start, adjusting their fandom to that. Yeah. But I think if you're gonna make a song with meaning in it, it's a bad time to start changing concept.
Yeah. Because coming off of Fancy, because they're continuing on to that same direction that was established by Fancy, and kind of took it further, but also infusing that much more personal meaning. I don't know, like I think the production prioritized more the meaning than the marketing.
And I mean that's fine, but I definitely feel like it could have been gone about a different way to make it so that the song either the song was different, or to put it as a secondary title track.
Yeah, because like just like how they did a dual concept comeback for Japan with Happy
Right.
Happy Breakthrough.
Definitely do something along those lines. Would have made my expectations for Feel Special a lot different. But going into it, I was like, okay, Twice song, Feel Special. Obviously, you read the title; it obviously relates to Mina.
Right.
And so I knew exactly that this was going to be a more personal type of song. But going into it, I was like, I feel like something different could have been done to make this a much more, a comeback that is much more impactful. A comeback that, like Dual Concept, for example, like Jihoon suggested, is a much better idea. Of course, that could have delayed the comeback and whatever else, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, from obviously we have two different standpoints,
Of course.
for this, because like I've watched it, I don't know how many times now, but no, if you just look at the title and whatnot and just the teasers, yeah, you might assume that it's just going to be like mainly about Mina, but if you look at basically the lyrics that each member sings,
Mm-hmm.
and think of the situations that they've gone through, you'll actually see that it's a lot more deeper than that.
Right.
And then also for the pairings too, like it's got a deeper meaning because
I assume a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm not invested into Twice.
yeah, it's definitely a song for once.
Yeah, and at most what I am is a former Ones.
Yeah.
I don't stand Twice anymore, and so I think a lot of that also has to deal with that, coming from that. Because I mean, at the same time when I was a carrot and I stand 17, they came out with Kumapta, which is a thank you to their fans.
Yeah.
And which is very similar. It's still on a very personal level. It's not the same song or anything even close to it.
Right.
But I feel like if I stand Twice still, it would have had that same impact.
Exactly.
So as far as that goes, yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it could have been gone about a different way to make it so that even people that are former Onces or non-Onces could have liked the song and understood it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But and the last one on my list is Oh My Girl's Bungie.
Really?
I came into it okay. Jihoon for 6 months now has been trying to convert me into an Oh My Girl stan.
I actually haven't been trying. Because if I was trying, I'll be spamming you with a lot more stuff. But it's like that.
You tried at one point, but anyway, spamming me. Oh my god, Miracle Expedition. But so, I was really excited to hear Oh My Girl's comeback, and it just wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for the something a bit more calmer, a bit more nicer to the ears to listen to, and there was a lot of things wrong with that MV, or a lot of things wrong with that song in my opinion. Especially musically. Musically, it sounded like a 5-year-old wrote it, chord progression wise.
I wish I was that talented as a 5-year-old.
It seriously sounded. In my opinion, even non-classically, it didn't sound like someone with professional music experience wrote it. And I think definitely coming into the next potential comeback for Oh My Girl is going to be a very make or break for me.
Okay.
Which is funny because like you said something similar to Fifth Season when it first came out, and then all of like lately you said you've been listening to it a lot.
I have. It's been in my playlist on repeat a lot.
Because like you said a lot of the same things about Fifth Season when it first came out. Like maybe not as harsh, but like you because you said there's a lot of things with the chord progression and stylizations and whatnot. So what changed?
Inside of Fifth Season, I think a lot of what Oh My Girl's songs are at the moment is an acquired taste. I think a lot of it is you have to listen. I have to listen to it a lot in order to get used to it. If I listen to Oh My Girl's songs, like their discography, for example, and I listen to that, I find that the first song through like the fourth song, I'm like, okay, this is kind of not what I want to listen to right now. And then after that, I'm like, this is okay. So I feel like it's more of adjustment for me, but at the same time, that shouldn't be how I have to listen to a song,
I don't know, because I think because you focus so much on the actual music itself, whereas I focus so much on the vocals. Because it's their vocals that draw me in, and their music is based so much around their kind of
Their vocality.
yeah, their breathy deliveries, the emotion they put into their to delivering their vocals, and just their range of vocals coming from like adding with her really wispy like falsettos and
Right.
going to like Mimi with her rap deliveries. So for me that is the
Right.
draw.
Oh yeah, a lot of it, like, since I do focus on the actual music aspects of the song instead of like the vocality of the song, um, a lot of it for me stems from like, what makes sense, right?
Mhm.
And so that's what's gonna be a bit hard listening to Oh My Girl, is because they don't focus on that. The one song that they do focus on, I listen to all the time. Twilight, right? A lot of Twilight is focused on the actual music aspects of the song. Their vocality is still there, but a lot more care has been inside of Twilight. A lot more care has been put into the musical aspects of the song, and I think that's something that I appreciate a lot.
Right. So yeah, it's moving on to what's next. Our unexpected bangers, as you call it.
Yeah, this is a bit of a new segment inside of our quarterly run-up that I kind of wanted to try. So I pitched the idea to them, and they said we could give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's our unexpected bangers. They're the songs that we didn't expect that we would like, and ended up liking. Be it from teasers, be it from, you didn't know the artist, be it from whatever. Either way, songs that kind of came out of nowhere that we ended up liking a lot. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of those.
there are definitely a lot of those, but it also cuts our standouts down quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's kinda nice to kind of divide those a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my standouts list would be really long. So for this, I want to throw it to Aura first.
Me. Okay. So by no means nobody take this the wrong way, because so for me, I'd say the biggest standout is ITZY. So like if anybody remembers from the first when they first debuted,
Dollar.
I wasn't fully on board with ITZY's
Concept.
what was it? Yeah. It.
Mhm.
I was like, I mean, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my style. I was like, it's all right, It's not bad, but it's not great. I won't go into this next one like super hyped compared to, all the hype that came with ITZY when they first debuted.
Yeah.
But then listening to It's Icy, I was like, all right, this is more my style. This is something that, like, okay, yeah, like I love this song. Not as much as my standouts, but I love it more than I would have or I love it more than I did when I first listened to
Dollar.
dang it, yeah, Dollar. That's probably the biggest thing. I mean, and then the other one is probably the most surprising, is very similar to how Jihoon wasn't a Mamamoo fan. I'm gonna steal from my standouts. I don't care. You guys can complain all you want. Is Wien with her sword, like the music video and the music itself were extremely beautiful. And like the surprise twist ending at the very end, like that kind of
Which I had to point out to you.
was, yeah, jerk face. Made me watch it again and again and again. But no, those were stuff that like surprised me.
Which, by the way, I didn't say I wasn't a Mamamoo fan. It's not a fan of their music. I like the group.
The listeners know that I'm talking about the music. Okay, we talk about the music, not nah. Screw you.
So that was you only had two for your unexpected.
Yeah.
Right on.
How about you, Jihoon?
So Hot Belts with Happy Now. That came out of nowhere. In fact, I only discovered that through my YouTube recommended feed, and
Really?
I had time. I had at that moment in time, I was like, oh well, I got a little bit of time. Let me check this out, and the imagery to the music video and the song itself really surprised me. Wasn't expecting that at all. Saturday with Byung.
Mm.
I was lukewarm to Wi-Fi, and with this one, I don't know. I'm not sure what was different about it that really grabbed me. So this one came out of nowhere, and then Third Eye with Out of My Mind. I didn't like their debut, so I was expecting to like not like this song at all, and I was very pleasantly surprised. And yeah, it's a song that I could jam out to. And next is COC's Devil. I mean, you guys heard me talk about COC for a while about how I normally don't like their music. So Devil, just like I think we talked about before too, Nick, how they went in a different musical direction. It was definitely in a direction that I liked. So there's that. And then Mamamoo with Gleam. So Gleam was such a banger. When I checked it out, and I checked it out with a little bit of dread, knowing my track history with Mamamoo's comebacks, figuring that it's gonna be another song that I won't like, even though as much as I like the members in the group, but it actually grabbed me from start to finish, and I probably watched it over and over again throughout the next 2 weeks after that. So I had that on repeat for a while.
All right.
Yeah, Nick, what were your unexpected bangers?
So, for me, I mean, I'm sure we can all guess which one is coming. Suvi,
Nope.
Chained Up in Diamonds. Definitely unexpected because I didn't hear anything about, Suvi coming out with any music or even, who she was. And
Okay.
I went in and I was like, okay, this is good. Wow, I like this a lot. And so, definitely unexpected for me. Like Jihoon said, Third Eye. Definitely was unexpected for me, and I really enjoyed that a lot. Fnatic Sunday.
Okay.
I was very, very, very turned off to the fact that Fnatic's group concept.
Yeah, you said that.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, Fnatic's group concept is kind of interesting. So all that we know for their group concept is that members, based on the concept of the comeback, members will be taken in or taken out and put in based on the concept of the MV. So it sounds kind of promotion, but it also sounds not promotion based. It's hard to really tell, and that's why their debut album is called The Six, is because there's 6 of them in this comeback or in this debut. Sorry. So I was very not a fan, and then listening to the song, and I eventually picked up the album, and then I realized that I stay in a group I should not. Anna's Boom Boom.
Oh.
Anna's Boom Boom was definitely one that I was like, okay, it's not a group that I really have any interest in. I've not really seen or heard much about them, so I'm just gonna stick with the things I know. And then I listened to it and I was like, okay, yeah, I can get into this. It's not really something that I would really listen to all the time.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say I was surprised that you had them on your list for that. So
Yeah, it's not something I'd really listen to 24/7 on repeat or anything. But it's definitely something that I'm gonna throw in my playlist to break up the sound, because it's a very different kind of vibe.
Okay.
And also, that MV definitely clashing with that concept a lot, but it's alright. I actually kind of liked it. Other things on my list: Itzy's Icy, of course. From a Nine's fun. Very unexpected for me. I thought I was gonna absolutely hate the song. Oh, I thought I was gonna hate it.
I mean, the music video was great.
It was. I thought I was gonna hate the song simply because of the teasers that they put out were not good. The teasers they put out did not really showcase the song at all. At the time, I didn't know that. I was thinking that they were pretty alright regular teasers. And I was like, why are these commercials? But going in, I do enjoy fun. It's not something like I said, same with ANS. It's not something I can listen to all the time, but it's in my playlist simply to break up that sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's also very different from Love Bomb. It kind of caught me off guard as well, since this is actually technically my first comeback as a Flover. I wasn't really expecting this. And then to round out my list is Ryusua's 8 or high.
Yes, because I forgot to have her on my list as well. I was just thinking about her as you were talking. I'm like, oh,
Ryusua's high.
so good.
That caught me off guard, and I'm the one that showed you guys, and it caught me off guard. New artist, man. Soloists are seriously killing the game
right now.
Oh,
right
for
now.
sure. I mean, you guys, it's killing you guys more just because it's you guys.
All right, stand Ruan and you'll feel different. All right.
I'm sorry, I'm still not on the Ruan train. Okay, I'm not on the Ruan train. I'm not on the baby train, but the Sylvie train, I'll be on. All right.
I'll take it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he can stand in front of the train.
Well,
Can.
So-
Thanks, Jim. Thanks.
so high was very different, right?
So different.
It's a very very indie acoustic sound.
Yes.
And honestly, that's that and Suvi's Chained Up a Diamond has some of the best mixing that I've heard inside of K-pop.
And we've been talking a
songs.
lot about mixing too. Like, I feel like we've been talking more and more about it. Like as this year.
We wouldn't talk about mixing if every comeback wasn't garbage mixing.
Oh, you mean like especially Eyes One's last two?
Like Eyes One's last 2 Japanese comebacks. If the mixing wasn't garbage, we would like it a lot more. But and like for example, when Ryusua's High and Suvi came out, like we talked about mixing, but it was like, yeah, the mixing's really good. Like I'm actually surprised how good the mixing is, and then we were done.
But then like with Ryusua, like I feel like the mixing is what really like was kind of like that make or break for me, because like
100%.
because they really, with the way they like allowed the that natural resonance from the instruments make its way into the recording that normally gets left out from like an acoustic guitar or whatever. It really did give it like that organic live sound, like you felt like you were there.
So definitely that rounds out my list, and it is definitely not last place. Seriously, I was really surprised with it, and I really enjoyed it.
All right.
Song of the quarter.
Ooh, is this like for our own personal, or
Oh yeah. Our own personal.
are we trying to decide as a group here? Because I feel like
if we try to decide as a group, it will never end.
I don't know, man.
no.
I think I'm kind of confident that we'll probably end up saying the same one.
I am confident we won't.
Yeah.
I am 100% confident we won't.
Uh,
Because Nick and I never agree on anything.
okay.
me and Aura are polar opposites.
Right?
All right. Well,
Like-
I guess I'll go with myself. It will be Subi's Chained Up in Diamonds.
Okay.
Myself is also Suvi's Chained Up in Diamonds.
And Aura's K Tiger Zero Sidekick. Yep.
Oh yeah.
No,
for
it's
sure.
Eyes One's Vampire.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Or Dumb Liddy. It's really toss between those 3.
So, I hate to pour the one side in me, but I'm going to say Twice's feel special. But I will say that video wise, Vampire. Vampire's got really amazing special effects, and the production for it is amazing. It's just that the song is a problem. Okay. The song is probably the biggest problem. And then song wise, Sylvie's a close second, a really close second. If we had to put it in Queendom terms, Jihoon would get this. If we have to put it in Queendom terms, they are about 1 point apart from each other for special votes.
Because it's all or nothing. Yeah.
Right.
So
Sylvie is a close second for music, but as a once, the bias is strong. The bias is strong.
that's okay. All right, so yeah, envies of the quarter topics. Why don't we start it off with Jihoon?
So I have a lot for my top picks because, well, I mean, again, it's been such a awesome third quarter. Between, so I got, I'll start from the top. Got Mamamoo Gleam, Huiyin's Goodbye,
Okay.
Ruan's Beep Beep, Suvi's Chained Up in Diamonds, X1's Flash, and All My Girls Bungie.
All right.
Okay. So, moving on. Let's go to you, Aura. I want to hear your top picks.
All right. So, I want to split mine, to be honest, because visually, like music video wise, I want to say Twice's breakthrough, the Japanese is really, like, I loved it. Despite like it being, if I have to pick between Breakthrough and Happy Happy, because they did come out at the same time, if I had to just pick one, I'd have to say Breakthrough, just because it's more in my style. But also, like, the concept, the dual concept, and the split part, that's what got me fascinated. So, I mean, you do have to watch it in a pair to really appreciate the concept, the visuals, and all that. But if I have to pick one between the two, I'd have to say Twice's Breakthrough was something that I really enjoyed. And then, okay, part. I will say part. Visually, Khalid's Dumb Litty is actually really good. Visually, it is really good. And I can feel you guys going, really? Really? But still, visually, because Nick will have to agree, Soman looked amazing.
Fine.
She looked amazing. And then BM and his and the power that he brought to the video was great too. Like, he really brought that emphasis, that the video, and that raw power that really goes well with the song. Like, that's why I say visually, conceptually, it's like not the entire music video, but parts of Dumb Litty, I will say, is really good. And I mean, it's not over extravagant, it's very simple, because they do shoot in very minimal places. But they optimized it the best that they could, using lighting, angles, and all that. And that's something from a video standpoint that I could appreciate.
Okay.
And then again, with a song that I'm not interested in, but a music video that I am, is, like I said before, IZ*ONE's Vampire. Visuals, costumes, effects, amazing. Song, not so much. Or at least in my opinion, other people do like it. But I've also seen like a few reviews that only talk about visuals.
You don't ever talk about the song itself.
Yeah, so it calls into question about the song if no one talks about the if all they talk about are the visuals. But no, it's the visuals, the effects, everything that was done beautifully. The choice of costume really went well with like the hair colors each member had. It matched the background so well. The atmosphere. It's just that the atmosphere does not fit the song. But musically, I'd have to say Wien's Soul is an absolute beautiful song. Suvi's song was wow. And again, the ones in me, Twice's
Feel Special.
Feel Special. Those are my top picks for musically.
All right. For me personally, I mean, Suvi's Chained Up in Diamond. Of course.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the number one. But I mean, musically, Ryuso is high, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, you know, and so I can definitely really appreciate, you know, what's going on there. Other things that really that are my top picks are probably going to end up being Ruan's Beep Beep,
Yes.
Mamamoo's Gleam, of course, and then Day 6's Time of Our Life.
Yeah, that's a good song too.
Day 6's Time of Our Life is really, really underestimated in terms of like just genuinely how good it is, because it's like definitely like a song that can give you energy, but also at the same time, it's not like hard hitting, right?
Right.
It's perfect for like, you know, pretty much any occasion. And then aside from that, obviously, it's been said before, we and Soar.
We say it countless times now.
Yeah.
Definitely day 6 time of our life. 100%. It's pretty up there with Suvi, in my opinion, in terms of like how good the musicality is. You know, and so it's up there with in my opinion with Ruan and Suvi for this quarter.
We've had quite a bit of overlap in our list too, despite the three of us
A
looking
lot
at
of overlap.
because we all focus on different things. So I think because we focus on different things and we have overlaps in our list, I think it really speaks to the quality of these music videos and these songs. Really, like there's nothing more that we can say other than you need to check it out.
Oh, what? Absolutely. I mean,
Check out everything, even the ones
check
that
out-
we don't like.
Oh yeah,
Even
honestly,
the ones we don't like.
if what we say is never factual, right?
right.
No.
It's never speaks for everyone. It's just our personal opinions, and there's if you go through and you look at a lot of people that have talked about or reacted to any of the things we didn't like here, a bunch of people say they like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's definitely not a all-in-one like this is what you're going to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this is what we didn't like and we thought should have been done better. I know people that do like Cards Dumb Liddy. You know, I
Yeah.
do know people that like Icewind Vampire.
Yeah.
It's our personal opinion that they could have been done a lot better.
I mean, Bang and I disagree on 90% of our favorite songs, but
Well, yeah, I mean, Bang is still at that point where, you know, he likes really, really hard-hitting, really fast, you know, stuff.
Mhm.
And, you know, you, for example, you like really, you like slower paced, more kind of downbeat songs.
yeah,
And stuff that has a lot more meaning to it as well. Like meaning is very important from what I've noticed. So
oh yeah,
Yeah, and so that's kind of why, from what I've seen between Jihoon and I, we kind of bridged that gap a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Because we like, you know, Jihoon does like a lot of more upbeat songs and a lot more downbeat songs, so it kind of just depends on, honestly, the mixing.
mixing, yeah, it has to be mixed pretty
I
good.
mean, the mixing, the MV, you know, the vocals, all that.
Yeah.
And that's
Going
where
to
you and
a-
I differ, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm more visual, and you're more like
I can't be.
Yeah,
yeah.
Or is my eyes, you know?
Nick's my ears,
there you go.
and
I'm somewhere in
and
between,
then,
I guess.
Jihoon's the head
bump.
that keeps us together.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, that too.
He's the bitch.
Yeah.
So,
you know, this format that we got, I really do like that. I mean, people could take a look at our list and see like, okay, I like 3 of the same songs that Nick likes, but I don't know what the other half of that list is. So it'll be a pretty good indication. Like maybe you should definitely check those out. That you probably love those.
if you see yourself definitely coinciding with any of our lists, definitely check out everything else that's in it, because odds are if you like a lot of like what Aura likes, then you're gonna like probably the rest of it as well.
Yeah.
And so definitely check that stuff out.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Oh, was there anything else you want to add, Nick or Aura?
I think I've gotten everything out.
Is there anything that you guys are anticipating for next quarter?
So
Don't even get me started.
I normally don't look forward to Christmas specials because they're usually a bit too over the top and cheesy for me. But last year, Twice is With, the best thing I ever did, was so good. That really upped the game to me, and so I feel like now that I've said that, I'm gonna be set up for a real big letdown. But
You're in my shoes.
here's hoping to Oh My Girl coming out with something that is very, very appropriate for the season. I think if Oh My Girl was to do a Christmas special, it would be very atmospheric and very touching and emotional. I think that would be something I would really expect out of them. If they did something like Bungie, where it's like really upbeat and whatnot, like I'll probably still like it, but I probably won't get hit as hard as if they were to do something like emotional and atmospheric. And so I'd be let down.
Nick's disagreeing.
Don't do something like Bungie, please.
Uh,
All right, for me. Oh, where am I going? All right. There's a certain group that is currently doing their Make Star. And, that group is SIS. And SIS is currently doing their Make Star. It's supposed to end in October, which, as Jihoon, me and Jihoon were talking about it, and there's definitely a possibility that since they're already funded, it's for sure already funded. They're nearing 200%. So they should be working on the MV now, or working on the song now or whatever. And if they are, then we could definitely see a December, November or December release.
Okay.
And that's what I'm highly anticipating. I mean, at the latest, because they're from a small company where they only have 2 groups, and the company doesn't even focus on the idol side of their groups very much. We could see a comeback in February, but I really do think it's going to be November or December, and if that's all of what I'm highly anticipating, because I'm an SIS ult.
For me, it's this is going to draw back to me loving a lot of the Generation 2 with Jessica Jung from Girls' Generation. She is having a comeback next month, so I'm actually really looking forward to that. I know she came back with a few songs, but like earlier this year and last year, but like those didn't hit me as hard. But I'm still looking forward to it. And then someone that I was actually really surprised, like I haven't heard anything but from her in a while. It's Hara from Kara.
Yeah, she has a Japanese comeback coming up soon.
Yeah. And
Oh, yeah, no.
not
That was
only
Nicole. Nicole was the one with the Japanese comeback coming up. So,
they're both doing a Japanese comeback.
Oh, so Hara too?
Yeah, Hara too.
Oh, wow.
Both Nicole and Hara are both doing Japanese comebacks.
Well, which kind of makes sense because that's where Kara was more popular in Japan than you were in Korea. So.
Yeah. And then the last one is, okay, there's no confirmed date, okay? It is going to be A-Team's Ice. I'm looking forward to that group. Obviously, because... okay, for some reason, this is just gonna become me and a produce episode, with because of Unche and Choyeon.
Mm-hmm.
Fiery eyes and an amazing dancer. Well, both of them are amazing dancers, but they really stood out in Produce 48, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to that too. I'm hoping this year, but if it doesn't happen, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I think we just had a pretty full episode there. Definitely check out all these songs that we talked about. They're all worthwhile. Even the ones that we were disappointed with.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even the ones that we were disappointed with, there's still something in there for everybody. So,
And don't forget to share us your thoughts too.
Yeah.
Tell us your favorites. Tell us your disappointments, your surprises,
or maybe maybe a group that we haven't ever talked about that we may not even know about. Help us discover something new. So.
Groups I don't know about.
I mean, I'm the only one who talks about J-pop, so
True.
That's true.
So I think with that, we could probably move on to our quick shots for the episode.
Yeah.
I have 3. So I guess it's quick shots with Nick.
Quick shots with Nick. All right.
Stealing Aura's job. First, before I ask, have you guys watched the last Queendom episode?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Of course we did.
Okay. So Queendom reveals the rankings for the cover battle, and Oh My Girl took first. Of course. Mamamoo came in second.
Mm-hmm.
And third place went to AOA. Lovelies, who had been at the bottom, came in fourth this time. Park Bom in fifth, and G Idol came in last.
Which, by the way, for Oh My Girl, it was almost a clean sweep.
It was very.
They were only one audience vote away for the general voting to being like first in every category because they were only one vote behind Mamamoo.
Right. Yeah, and the numbers are just not even close.
Yeah, it was
So
it was stupidly high.
next, Blackpink's "Kill This Love" it sets record for the fastest K-pop MV to hit 600 million views. On September 29th at approximately 5:28 a.m. KST, Blackpink's music video for "Kill This Love" surpassed 600 million views on YouTube. Wow. Originally the music video was released on April 5th at midnight, and they originally hit the 600 million mark with "Do Do Do Do," "Boombayah," and "As If It's Your Last." So they're definitely consistent at hitting that mark, and so it's great to hear that they're still doing great in views. And then last, but certainly not least, Twice's Mina is gonna sit out of Feel Special promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Jihyo is also unable to dance at the showcase.
I mean, I can't dance anyway, so.
Well,
Jihyo is also unable to dance.
well, no, you did practice Violetta. I remember you saying that you did.
Yeah, I still remember the choreography too. So.
I remember a little bit.
And so they shared an update saying that they're not able to. Mina is not going to promote, and Jihyo is of course unable to dance.
Well, Jihyo
her neck
should be better now.
She should be. Her neck became stiff during the rehearsal, and so obviously she went to the hospital, and so she was not able to perform. Twice is just kind of unlucky recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with them being such a big group, you know, we could be seeing a lot of the pressures of success. You know, just because the group's doing very well, very successful, doesn't mean that everything is all, you know, rainbows and sunshine with them.
And it never is with big or small. It never is with K-pop groups. It's just different issues, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are a multitude of videos of BTS, you know, fainting on promotion, and you know, and I'm not surprised that Twice is also having issues. I mean, being, you know, nationally big like Twice is a hard job. It is no small matter. There have been numerous reports of like idols not even getting like fed 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
What was it, an apple and a bottle of water basically. So
yeah.
So it's I think let's Aura, quick, save us. Find something positive for us to end this with.
BTS on that note, with Becky G with chicken noodle soup.
There we go. J-Hope with Becky G chicken noodle soup. That released very recently. It definitely check it out if you're not already. If you have not, you're actually living under a rock.
Yeah, Jihoon, watch it.
I ignored it. All right, I ignored it. So I guess I'll check it out now.
It's got Korean, English, usually with a Korean song, but it's also got Spanish because it has Hispanic American artist Becky G, who, for some people who don't know, she was also the Yellow Power Ranger in the Power Rangers movie with I think it was like the reboot for the Power Rangers movie.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, there's that. So Power Ranger fans, you have someone in BTS that collaborated with one of the Rangers.
All right.
Hey, it's Aura again. So this is going to be recorded a little bit after the podcast, but I wanted to add this into the episode for the quick shots because another thing that happened this quarter or this past week is that AK Bingo, the show for like AKB and its associated acts, it just ended its 11-year run. So yeah, so obviously you won't hear the guys talking about this, but no, AK Bingo just ended its 11.5-year run as of September 24th. So yeah, that was the last episode, and all the members and all the hosts and MCs have worked hard, and the directors and whatnot. So yeah, it's sad to see them go, but you know. And now just time to get back to the closing with the rest of the guys. All right, ladies.
Is that all we have for our quick shots?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and close it out, man?
Dang, I was gonna tell you. Got me again. All right. Thank you for watching. This has been Idol Stand Nation. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click that bell icon so you can see when we post. Join our Discord if you want to interact with us so much more, because we are there and active all the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, this has been Idol Stand Nations, and we are signing off.
Bye.
See ya.
Peace.